Thank you all for being patient while they're finishing up. Coach Jackson will open with a statement from you, and then we'll go to questions.
Appreciate you guys being patient. We were trying to clean up some things in practice, but looking forward to JMU. We lost a tough one versus Troy. I didn't know until last night that I guess we led all but 22 seconds of the game. So they led the last 22 seconds. So we're really close. And again, looking forward to protecting home court tomorrow versus JMU.
Anything specifically you've been working on this week? After looking at that film, anything you wanted to hone in on, tighten up?
You know what? We've been just concentrating on the details of offensive and defensive rebounding. JMU, they're another team who likes to get out in transition, so we've been working on transition. But our thing is right now is consistency. We'll some games we shoot the ball really well, and then some games we'll go 3 for 16 like we did against Troy. But the encouraging thing is that game was in the 50s, and I felt we should have won the game. So that's telling me as a coach that we can score in the 50s, we can score in the 80s, and still win ball games. So that's encouraging.
What do you see from JMU? Anything stand out to you? Anything different than years past?
No, they're talented. They only returned one guy from last year's team, but they brought in several impact transfers, and they're a talented offensive team.
Corny, when you look at your guys at the late game situations, is some of that execution, I'm just trying to figure out who you want the go-to guy or somebody go get you a bucket?
Yeah. No, it's, what, we had been getting, this last game, we'd have been getting the pocket pass, right? And they made an adjustment that last play and put a guard on Nate. And again, Nate was still wide open on the backside. The Zane just didn't recognize it. He thought he had got doubled. After watching the film, they made a mistake. He wasn't supposed to be doubled. He got doubled, and he just kind of put his head down trying to beat the double. But our plan was to go at Nate in the pocket. Either he have a shot at the rim or he can dish to Obina, because we've been getting that. We have been getting it all night.
And some of these games, obviously, this is a small margin for error. You guys easily could have won 3 of those. So.
Yeah, we're right there. We just have to be better. Our execution, I have to be better as a coach. Maybe explaining, I should have probably explained each step. Hey, look, if they do this, do this. If they don't, do. So we'll be better. Again, the encouraging thing is we didn't shoot the ball great, and we were still in the game. And I believe we won the rebounding margin versus these last 3 opponents, I believe. Elon was top 10 in the country. Troy was top 10 in the country in rebounding as well. And I believe we won all 3 on the board. So, again, that's encouraging. That shows that the guys are battling, they're fighting. We just have to clean up some minor details right there at the end.
You look at JMU, they're near the bottom of the country in average time for possession. I guess when it comes to a team that's willing to let a play develop to get out to a 3 or anything like that, are you trying to push that tempo up a little bit or kind of stick with it?
Well, that's one of those deals where the numbers can fool you some, because they get out in transition. Both of their guards, really push the pace in transition. Now, in the half court, they run some pretty good sets, but they're trying to score, and they're trying to score fast before they have to set up. So, again, we're going to treat it normal. We've been working on transition defense the last few days. We have to get back, build a wall, and then we'll worry about guarding them in the half court then.
With that in mind, they shoot the 3 a lot. It seems that their guards are kind of heavy for their scoring. I think their leading scorer even comes off the bench. So when they have that kind of production, just in terms of how you guys plan to tackle that.
Yeah, their guards are really, really good. They have the one kid coming off the bench. He kind of reminds you of a Steph Curry. He can really shoot the basketball. He's hunting threes. They have Freeman, their point guard. He's an older guy. He's 1,500 points in college. And then they have Xavier Brown back from last year. Who really didn't look to score last year, but this year he's looking to score way more. And he's making shots and doing things that we didn't know that he can do last year. So, again, we still have to get back. We have to play team defense. We have to pressure those guys when they have the ball. But the main thing, they run a lot of sets for their guards trying to get downhill. So, on defense, we can't relax. We have to always be on the edge, always be alert, and don't let those guys get a 2-step head start on us.
Coach, interesting schedule, Cork. You play JMU twice in your next 3 games. What are some benefits or challenges that you see in this little stretch that you play?
Well, you know what? The benefits are, we'll be familiar with each other. That's pretty encouraging. In terms of scouting reports, right? Their assistant coaches, they'll do that. I believe Mark has JMU. So on his end, he's just seen them, so it's not a new team starting over. But scouting reports take a while. the outside world may not know how long it takes to prepare for a team, but it's at least a week to prepare for them just on paper and watching films. He's probably watched 7 games. I'm on number 5 today, and I'll go watch some more tonight at home. So, again, it takes a while. The benefits are, we'll be familiar with each other. That's just kind of how the schedule fell. And I learned a long time ago, you worry about things you can control and not to worry about things you can't.
Early indications, Corny, that there's no dominant team in this league. So, I mean, you tell your guys, and it sounds cliche, but anybody can beat anybody. The league's wide open.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. We were just in practice, and before we started going up and down a little bit, I didn't know we led 37 minutes, and I didn't know that until last night. Steve mentioned it at the radio show, and I guess I just didn't pay attention to that part of it, right? So I told our guys, we're this close. Clean up a player here or there, and we're this close. We've been in every game with the exception of Purdue, like I said. Western, Wilmington, Elon got away from us at the end, but we've been in every game. It's just about being consistent and then making the plays down the stretch. It's hard to win, right? And I believe it was the Elon game. The Troy game. We showed 20 mistakes that we made throughout the game. So, we can't really pinpoint it on the last play, because if we make our free throws and when we go up 5 or 6, now it's a different type of game pressure on them. So we had our opportunities. I thought we can control the game the first half. Their physicality, we were the most physical team. Their physicality kind of bothered us the second half, certain plays. But, again, I'm excited. I'm excited for this group. It's a new group. I'm obviously a new coach, and I'm excited for this group. And the encouraging part is that I feel we're getting better every day and every game.
Any further questions for Coach?
Appreciate it, fellas.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you. Questions for Zane? Zane, how's it feel to get right back at it here? You got the tough one against James Madison this week. What have you been working on this week as you try to get past the loss and move forward?
I think the mental part of it, that was a tough loss. I figured out yesterday that we beat them for 37 minutes of the game, which shows that they're one of the best teams in our conference. It shows that we're there with everyone. So I think just mentally understanding how good we are and getting past that tough L.
Zane, you look at some of the late game situations where you guys could have changed the result on a few games. Is that just some execution mistakes, or is that just the will to go win, or how do you kind of equate all that?
I feel like Mike D is one of the best shooters in the league, and he had a pretty wide open shot. I know he sat for a while, but we believe in him to shoot that at any time of the game. We missed a couple rebounds and a tough offensive rebound foul call on us. So just the way the wind blows sometimes, but we believe in everyone that takes those shots at the end of those games, and yeah, we just hope it goes better next time.
Yeah. With that, we realize you guys can play with anybody in the league, obviously. So that's got to be encouraging that a positive play here and there, and those are W's instead of losses, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It definitely is tough. We don't put the loss on one play or anything like that. We look at the last 4 or 5 minutes where we made a couple of mistakes. I made some defensive mistakes. We missed a couple of easy shots. We closed out wrong. All those things play a factor in why we lost that game. That's how we approach it.
And it helps that this league is so close right now. No one's really dominating this league, so you're right there in it. Yeah, there's no heads down right now. You guys can still go out and win this thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So what do you feel right now? Taking away those first few games in conference. Getting a feel for what the league's going to be like this year. What do you got to work on personally, maybe to get better, to contribute more?
It's definitely like a very physical league. I noticed the Sun Belt. It's super physical. So just taking care of the ball. Before conference play, I was I think 5 to almost 2 in assist to turnover ratio, and I've turned over the ball a little bit too much during conference play. So teams are trying to be physical with me. So just being strong with the ball and taking care of it is big for me. I'm not happy with my turnovers recently. So that's something for sure I want to work on.
How's Marshall been treating you since you've been here for a little bit now? Just how you gelling in with everybody? How's it going?
Yeah, it's great. We have a great relationship. Everyone on the team's close. Yeah, we're not divided at all. It's all one. And I guess that shows on the basketball court. We all like each other on the basketball court, on and off the court. So that's big.
The snow days helped you guys getting ready for this week, kind of bonding a little bit more, focusing more on just the week ahead?
Yeah, we practiced hard, and then the other day after practice, we actually went sledding. So some guys are from Florida and stuff. They never seen snow before, so they came out. That was cool. So yeah.
So what were some of those reactions? Maybe some of those first time reactions. Anything you can share?
Of snow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our rookie Caden White thought about eating the snow. First time him seeing some snow. I don't know why that came to his brain, but that was one that was a little bit surprising to me.
Looking at James Madison this week, what are you seeing from them? What are you guys talking about when you guys are trying to get ready for them? Because you're going to be seeing them again real soon after Thursday.
Yeah, they have really tough guards that are willing to score quick, smaller guys. Just being physical with them, hitting them first, making them feel uncomfortable, because they're pretty good guards. They have a couple big guys. We know that they're good at rebounding, so we're gonna make sure we hit them first and continue to show the league that we're one of the best rebounding teams in the league.
Just since you mentioned the snow and everything, just how has the move from Guelph to here and everything? Just I guess talk about your time there and how it's helped you prepare for the time here now in North.
As far as like the snow or just like school?
In general.
Oh, in general. Yeah, it's a lot different. This is exciting. This is a lot more what I wanted as far as basketball. I enjoyed playing in Canada. I developed a lot of confidence and the ability to score, pass, but I feel like my game gets showcased a lot better here with I would say better teammates, better coaching, and just better exposure. It's a blessing, honestly.
Just to follow up your thoughts with assists and everything, Coach Jackson was a really good playmaker himself when he played. I guess is there any specific tips or anything that he's kind of throwing at you in terms of any of that stuff that you're working on?
Yeah, I'm lucky to have him. I recently figured out that I think he led whatever, I don't know what conference they're in. Yeah, he led the conference in assists, so I didn't know that for the longest time, but I'm definitely blessed to have him. He just is like very on me about like just taking care of the ball, like urgency, aggressiveness. He knows I'm a high IQ player, so he trusts me to make plays, but just those little nitpick things, he makes sure that I'm strong with. Good to go? Thank you. Appreciate it.